This is Captain's Log, February 13th. As a crafter and a mom, my worlds often collide. And sometimes that's great. It makes my brain explode with wonderful ideas that I don't even know how to create in reality yet, but these wonderful ideas just float around. And my best ideas often come to me in dreams. I hear a lot of artists say that you meditate, you draw down the inspiration, and you create with your hands. But sometimes inspiration is a little more painful than that. It's like giving birth. It's like you have this idea and expectation of what it was going to be, and then the actual reality is something completely different and not as pretty or messy. But when it's done, you're like, I'm proud of what I've created, and it nearly killed me, and twice now. But I'm there. And this week my priority was finishing up my testers. You know, I got my googly eyes to glue on. I got my I'm finishing up Audrey's bluebird. She made it through one square. I got my bunny. I really like how this texture ended up. See, because it's white, it's a little hard to see. It reminds me of a quilt. See, like a quilt block. It turned out really nice. And then I did a boring one because people have this expectation that plastic canvas simply must be boring. And then I did another really cool kind of freehand for the, freehand for the face. There we go. And it looked like, oh, it's kind of native. I like that. And so I was getting ready to do the ears, and I had to tuck the kids in because, you know, life, kids. And I was trying to figure out, I'm like, well, should I do the ears like this? And I was like, no, I got to trim them so that they're flat. So I'm going to trim them. Dream inspiration. Yay! Of course, for the bunny, not the chick, but got to get through that. Do wings for a bluebird, and I still have to whip up the frog. But I kind of wanted to talk about how messy life is. And I wish instead of, you know, sex ed classes, that they would teach children about compounding interest of lack of sleep. I love my children more than anything, you know, given, right? But man, if I lose sleep for more than like 2 or 3 days, I can't get things done. I run out of spoons. Like, poof, they're gone. I'm done. And with the last minute stuff, Valentine's Day, even though I've technically been prepared for like 2 weeks now, I bought everything early, got everything together. We got the list of class names, and I'm fried, dude. I'm fried. So I had expected and wanted very much. I want to try and put out 2 videos a week. One as like a tutorial, kind of a how-to, you know, talk about maybe one of the upcoming classes that we're working on. You know, maybe do a run through of some of the parts of a project. What? It's the light. It's what? Yes. Parts of the projects, and maybe, you know, the adult versions versus like the kiddie version. The plastic canvas is so awesome. It shouldn't be like this thing that we think about grandma, unless grandma's awesome. All grandmas are awesome. And kind of get crafting together, because I'd love to see what everybody else creates, and kind of talk about some resources as well. I love British stuff. I do. BBC humor is all. I love it. I could just soak it up, you know. When it's appropriate, my children watch Monty Python's Flying Circus because it's on BBC Two. I love Red Dwarf. I love British culture and humor. It clicks with me. And so to translate to the craft world, Sarah Davies of Craft a Companion, that does the Gemini and the dies and like everything else. She's a multimillionaire magnet, but she's amazing and humorful. And she started Crafter TV, which is on YouTube, Facebook, and then of course their websites. And they do shows like every other day now, and they make things that walk you through. But like, I love hearing like the way that they refer to things. So if you need a new resource, I recommend Crafters TV. It's free. They do it live, but it shows up on YouTube after it's taped. If you're watching it live, I think you have to watch it on Facebook or their website. But I subscribe to it. It's a whole lot of fun to watch. They do a lot of different stuff. And Sarah's just getting into baking, which is phenomenal because I love baking. I don't decorate cakes, but I love baking and eating what I've baked. So that's a lot of fun to see someone discover something new. And I'd like to show you how one craft translates to another. I mean, this is embroidery. This is embroidery on plastic canvas, but this is highly skilled embroidery stuff, you know. This is, let's see if this works. Yeah, there we go. This is you know, embroidery and quilting. Like, there's so much that you can do with stuff, and I don't understand why people are so close-minded about, like, you know, it's plastic canvas. No, it's plastic canvas. So my goal this week, instead of doing all of the things, is to finish up and survive. I'm going to do a live feed from the art gallery tomorrow. I promised some of my friends I'd show them what's left. Again, if you have a chance, next week is the last week. We pick up on the 24th. Last week, yeah, next week's last week of the Starving Artist show, and then I yank everything, and I'm going to put everything that's left over on Etsy. It's not going to be quite as cheap because I still have to pay all the listing fees and all that stuff, but it will still be inexpensive. I'll leave it at that. It'll be inexpensive because I'd like to get the funds to get the new projects that I dreamed about, and also the fresh hummus that I dreamed about when I attempted to nap today. So yes, thank you. I encourage you. I always forget to say subscribe and hit that little bell. But I'm excited to take you on the journey of wherever we are going this year with Rosewater Conservatory, and I would like to have some other guests. I told the craft girls I wanted to do like a challenge, like, you know, once a month, get all the crafter girls together and give them like Play-Doh and have them make something like high class out of Play-Doh and have that be the challenge. So I'm really looking forward to all that. I just have to find the time and the energy to do it. Welcome to real life. So thank you guys again for watching and supporting us. So look for new stuff on Etsy probably the week of the 24th. And then I really got to focus in. I'm skipping the March show so that I could focus on finishing my Art Nouveau pieces. I'm almost on the first one, but I want to get that one, a larger one, and then I want to do a fabric piece to put in April's show. And then, of course, all our classes start. So I'm really so excited. So thank you again for coming along on this wonderful journey. Keep up with us. Subscribe. Find us on Facebook. Find us on Instagram. We do all of the things. And we appreciate you watching us. Thank you.